One of the things that I remember in my first mission, actually both missions, after the mission and coming back to Earth, that I was exhausted. I was not expecting that I would be so tired. And in retrospect, it really makes sense. We train for years. So we do, as astronaut candidates, we spend about 2 years in basic training. And that's learning how to fly the shuttle. We're learning about different science aspects of being in space. And we learn how to fly jets. And we take courses in different things. And we do survival training all over the globe in preparation for going into space. Now that makes us qualified to be selected for a mission. Once we are selected for a mission, then we usually spend at least 2 to 3 years training for each mission, because the mission's objectives, the experiments and things, are all based on that mission. Like my first mission was a space lab mission. So we had different experiments. In fact, 91 different experiments in it. My second mission was a space hab mission, where we had about half the experiments, but we did a spacewalk, deployed a satellite. So all of those things you have to learn about, and not learn how to carry out those experiments normally, what we call nominally, but you have to train on what happens if things don't work out. So we have off-nominal training that you do. So all of that training is part of the prep for going up into space. So you really are pretty prepared when you go up there for different things. But I gave you, that picture because once we get on orbit, from the moment in which we get on orbit, we're on a timeline. And we have to do this experiment for an hour or this experiment for 2 hours. You just go from experiment to experiment. We do take time off for breakfast and lunch and dinner, and a couple of hours at the end of our orbital day, 12-hour period. And then we sleep for 8 hours. We get up and do it again. So we're constantly moving. And so to your question, that constant movement for my first mission, 2 weeks, I was exhausted. That constant movement on my second mission, which was 9 days, I was exhausted.